Hello everyone, ATR here, and I wanted to make the video to go over the patch and the changes that have been introduced to the game on the September 24th update, which is today, but I'm not sure if the video is going to upload in time, so you might be seeing this tomorrow. But anyways, you can see it was about 4 hours ago by the time that I recorded this that this patch went live, and it introduced some changes. We're going to go through them in a quick fashion if we can. So let's jump right in. Some changes that we probably don't mind much, but well, starting off with animation, it says addressed repairing issue clipping threads. Not sure, probably in the tanks, I don't know, but well, we'll see if it looks spiffier. HMG reload animation added, so that's going to be interesting. I'll keep an eye out on the next replays that I get on the new patch, that is, to see if we can, spot any fancy reload animations on the heavy machine guns. Fix a jittery animation when coming out of multiplayer setup screens. Woohoo! For audio, fix several speech bugs. Added smoke defense sounds to the 250 mortar half track. So I hadn't noticed, but it looked like the smoke ability on the mortar half track wasn't doing any noise like the other one, so that's nice. Campaign changes addressed issues with some players. Where some players were unable to access the campaign when starting from a fresh boot. Added M08 Tiger Portrait. Fixed crash bug with M08. Well, that's nice. I've never played the campaign at this point so far, so I don't know. But well, there you go. General. Some of these are good. Some of these are meh. AI improvements. That's great. What improvements were made? We don't know, but AI improvements were made. This one is significant, at least I hope so. Made unfinished sandbags more vulnerable to attack, and set the armor of barbed wire and sandbags to 0 while objects are being constructed. So this is nice. Some players, I guess you could say, were exploiting this a little bit, especially with sandbags, because you couldn't kill them until you got yourself some heavier vehicles, to destroy them and run them over. So even though they were unfinished, they were essentially used as, roadblocks where, denying territory a little bit more effectively than barbed wire could, but well, that's nice that they fixed that. Added territory requirement for the single-player version of the Flame half-track upgrade. That's great. Added shared ability timer to accessory weapon abilities, so if the entity that throws the ability is killed, the cooldown is not skipped. So that's a nice fix there for a bug, I guess you could say. It looks like if, I don't know, let's say a Molotov, if the guy throwing the Molotov died while throwing the Molotov, it would skip the cooldown on the ability, so you could throw another one. So I guess that's nice. Addressed issues with the button ability. While this is great that they're doing something, what issues were addressed? I would like to know that, but well, doesn't say here, so I guess we just know that some issues were addressed there. Fixed spelling issues, nice. And here we're going to jump to the other one. Added new map content. Road to Kharkov for 2 to 4 players, and Face Off at Rostov 6 to 8 players. Now, since I don't usually do big maps, I am going to hold off on showcasing this new map, the Face Off at Rostov, because, well, I'll wait until somebody submits a game in that map, and we'll just take a look at that in while the game goes on. But we are going to jump right now to the Road to Kharkov, 2 to 4, to take a look at that map and see what's going on. And we're going to do it instantaneously. Yeah, look at that. Fancy. So anyways, game pause. Let's just go ahead and unpause it to take a quick look at the map. So it's a very interesting looking map. It's, I guess you could say, similar in feel. Well, not really, but I don't know. It gave me a little Minx bucket kind of feel, because of the way the base sector is set up. Where you can exit from here, exit from over there, but it's not really that similar to the map in any case. It's very interesting. We can take a look at the map here, tactical map. You have the 3 victory points spread across the center, so that's very nice. You have munitions and fuel adjacent to the victory points on the sides, although it's a little bit different on the spread out here, but I guess it's similar as far as distance goes. So yeah, you have your munitions and you have your fuels over here. Now, the map does have a significant amount of buildings. You can see 3 buildings around this fuel point. You can also see in the center portion of the map, you have 1, 2, 3 buildings around that point, with some other buildings nearby. Little shack over here, and you also have these cutoff points, which are quite brutal. I mean, it's going to be quite interesting because if you take a look, I guess we'll look at the map itself. These points, like this one right here, has a controls this entire road all the way down here. So it means that this point connects the base sector to the north or right hand side of the map. Same wise, this point over here that's surrounded by houses controls the left hand side. You can see the road going all the way down here. So even if you have this point, if you don't have this point over here, you know, you're going to get cut off. So both base sectors are completely dominated by the cutoff points, and these cutoff points are quite forward. They're actually adjacent to the center victory point. Same over here. You have this road over here and this road over here. Now, the points are fine. I mean, this one is, I guess, a little bit further away. At the same time, this one is further away for the other player. So I guess it's fine. We'll see how it works out. But the interesting thing is that there are a lot of buildings next to these points. You can see here these houses. And this is a big-ass house that will probably last for a while. So it could be quite easy to do some pin-down scenarios. Now, considering the layout of the base, you know, the multiple exits, you know, one through here, all the way over here, it might be difficult to set up a pin maneuver, but I mean, it's quite easy to, you know, put an MG there, although I'm not sure if it's going to get shot blocked quite easily. But, you know, put an MG here and defend this point, and put another MG over here and defend this other point. Still, I mean, the reduction of effectiveness recently on the MG42s might make it a little bit less usual, but, you know, it does open up for cutoffs to be quite, well, brutal, for lack of a better word. But yeah, it's an interesting looking map. There is no winter version for this map currently. I don't know if one is in the works, but it is simply in the spring. A lot of brown, a lot of yellow. But yeah, a lot of buildings. I mean, it has the most buildings that I've seen so far in any 1v1 map. I know it's also available for 2v2s, but you know. I primarily cast 1v1s, and yeah, there's a lot of buildings in this map, so we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully I'll get some replays on this one soon, and hey guys, maybe that's going to make me get off my Samoski winter bench. But anyways, I just wanted to show that one off. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump back into the patch notes, and instantly, here we go. So anyways, so yeah, I added that new map. We just saw it, and it was, you know, pretty cool. Added fixed starting positions. This is very important, and it's gonna please a lot of people, especially tournaments, because yeah, fixed positions were not available previously, and yeah, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be interesting to know which positions are gonna be the favored ones for tournament setup. You know, having the austere and Soviets always starting some points makes balancing maps a lot easier. Localization updates, great. Bug fixed on map sorting list. That's awesome. I don't know what bug it was, but well, there you go. Edit scenario dropdown to be the same size as blah blah blah. Some stuff there. Whatever. When viewing the battlefield after the game, the FPS it's locked at 30 frames. I guess that's great. It's not going to make your computer overwork itself. Minor UI edits. Again, would have been nice to know what those were. Fixed tool tips for the customizer. Yeah, that's great. And fix loadout, rename, overlapping scroll bars. So a lot of small fixes there as far as the UI goes, I guess. And then here we go on the balance changes. Should be good. Units and abilities. We wanted to improve the usability and appeal for abilities which we felt were underperforming. Some abilities were toned down, such as the ZIS or Ziz Barrage ability, which were found to be too cost-effective given the average damage inflicted. Other abilities, such as the IL-2, were inflicting significantly less damage per use and therefore were improved to bring them in line with most other elements within the game. So, little balance changes here on abilities for the most part. Hold down, an ability that pretty much nobody used, and I've never actually seen it being used right now, as far as my replays goes. It says now increases unit rate of fire by 25%, and hold down increases unit range by 25%. So while it's still not that great, it is a nice incentive though to use hold down. It's going to increase the range of the unit and increase the rate of fire. So basically, you know, a stronger turret. Artillery Field Officer now increases infantry accuracy by 15% and rate of fire by 15%. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Field Officer already did this, you know, increasing the rate of fire and accuracy, but I am not entirely sure how much it was doing it before. Now, maybe one of you can tell me, is this a buff or is this a sorry, a nerf? But well, it's 15% for both now, so I don't know exactly if that's good or bad, so let me know. Weapon priority system. Improve the way weapons choose their targets. This should result in more logical target choices and better unit control. That's great. We'll see how it affects in practice, but, well, it's always nice to have, better AI. General changes. Anti-infantry units are going to primarily target infantry and light armor. User choice will have a higher weight within the weapon priority system. What exactly that means, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I assume if you right-click a unit to attack a specific unit, it's going to attack that unit. But maybe it's focusing like on a unit within the squad that has, like an upgraded weapon, like an LMG or something. I don't know. We'll see again how all that affects gameplay. Intel bulletins. Now, this is a lot of information, and we're not going to go through them individually. Let's just read the startup here. Address the number of edge cases where bulletins provided extreme benefits or no benefit to units they modified. Intel bulletins should now provide a 2 to 4% stat increase to units under their effect. So yeah, basically this is a complete overhaul, I guess you could say, of the bulletins in pretty much all of them. I mean, not all of them were changed. Some I think were kept the same, but it is essentially a complete, yeah, like I said, overhaul in how they work. For example, blow it all up. The Katusha, it used to do 7% damage. It now does instead 4% penetration. Let's get another example over here. The Nothing Left Standing ISU was a 5% increase in damage. It is now a 4% reduction in the reload speed. Let's take another one over here. Some of them are complete buffs, though. Like, let's say here, sibling rivalry, German Tiger. What is this exactly? Oh, heavy tank. Okay. So sibling rivalry for the Tiger. It was 5% experience to the Tiger. It is now 10% experience. So it'll gain veterancy a little bit faster. So that's quite nice. So yeah, I mean, complete workaround. Like I said, look at all this. This is pretty much all the bulletins. I mean, there's a couple here and there that didn't get changed, but pretty much all of them got reworked in some way. So yeah, take a look at that. We'll see exactly how all these affect the actual metagame. I mean, probably there's going to be like the more popular ones, which was here. Let's see, HMG for the German. Let's see. Here we go. Hit the deck, the MG42. It was giving 10% suppression, which was the one that was causing before the issue with insta-pinning and all that. It now gives 10% experience. So I doubt anybody's going to use it now, but things like that were changed. So something to keep in mind, but again, it's too many of them to go individually, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to hear me go individually. Now, aside from these changes, some other changes were implemented into the game, so we're going to jump back into the game. We're going to actually have to jump out of that game, so let's go ahead and just quit out of the game. And I guess we'll just wait. And there it goes. Didn't take that long. So yeah, we'll go here, Army Customizer. So a couple things changed as far as commanders goes. New commanders were introduced into the game. Basically, the Theater of War commanders, which again I haven't personally used before, were made available for multiplayer. You can see here the loadouts are now available there where it shows Theater of War. Well, there is a different setup which gives you, commanders that were already there, but whatever. So yeah, you can see like for the Soviets, you have Soviet Combined Arms, which gives you... Why doesn't it show me? Oh, there it goes. Which gives you, a little bit of variation. This is very similar to, I believe, this one, the Mechanized Support. It just changes the Mark vehicle and the ISU for recon overflight and the howitzer. But there's other ones a little bit more interesting, like this one that gives you partisans, which I've never seen because, well, I've only been casting multiplayer. So it'll be interesting to see which, how that works. This one again is kind of similar to the conscript support one, but it takes away the artillery barrage and the hit the dirt and gives you partisans and a howitzer. But there's also this one. This one actually looks kind of beastly. I'm hoping I see some use of it because it looks very attractive. I mean, shock troops, mortar, and PPSHs for your conscripts. I mean, that's pretty good. And for the Germans, it shows me these ones, but again, I'm not that familiar with German commanders. So I don't know if these are the correct ones, but those are the ones that come out there. But yeah, I mean, a couple extra commanders that were added into the game, but the major point of discussion that is going on right now, and I will reserve my opinions on this. I mean, if you want to buy commanders, that's your prerogative, and I will probably do another giveaway if we reach 200 subscribers in the future, and hell, you can probably choose one of these commanders. But yeah, 4 commanders were added onto the store, which are going to cost a little bit more than your current or default commanders. But they are currently in a 25% discount, bringing in the same cost as the older ones. And they introduce new units. Again, I'll reserve my opinions on this, but yeah, basically you have Soviet Commander Urban Defense Tactics, Soviet Commander Counterattack Tactics, German Commander Mechanized Assault Doctrine, and German Commander Osttruppen Doctrine. And just as a little overview, you get Assault Grenadiers, basically, with some doctrine. You also get Osttruppens, the ability to build trenches. You also get the ability to build forward HQs with the Soviets, and some other type of artillery and stuff, and I believe even another tank. But yeah, just a quick overview of what's going on. If however you feel about it, leave your comments in the comment section below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of the recent changes. And again, if you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.